All right, for our final value scale, we're going to do a scrumble. And a scrumble is not to be confused with a scribble, but does feel kind of like you're scribbling. But again, we want to think about our marks and whether we're having dense or sparse marks. Remember, with your lightest value, it needs to be more sparse, and your darker value is going to be more dense. And you really have to control yourself on this scrumble because it's very tempting to go too fast and then you might put on too many marks. So with the scrumble, I am going to start with just a curly line that is spread out, and I'm trying to keep it the same all the way across so that it has the same value in all 5 of my boxes. And there really is no rhyme or reason towards your mark. It's just kind of a scribble. Then I'm going to go back to my first box, my second box, and add another layer in. Remember, we don't want it to go too dark too soon, so be careful of that. But you see, the fun of a scrumble is that you're kind of making a crazy line that scrumbles across. I'm going to go to the third, add in another layer. Be very careful not to get it too dark too soon. And then I'm going to go over to my fourth box, add another layer. And as you see that a lot of my background is getting covered in marks, but I can still see that texture from the scrumble, which is building up the value. Now I need to go over to the fourth box and add a little bit more in here, but I'm really going to concentrate in my fifth box. And getting that darker value in. So you should see a change in value going across the space that is gradual, but that it is made with this crazy line work. What I'm seeing right now is that my box 4 and 5 are very similar to each other. So I am going to go back across into my box 5 and add another layer of a scrumble just to make it a darker value. So do not just fill it all in. You definitely want to just keep your lines consistent with that scrumbled line. So I hope you enjoyed the scrumble. Now that you're done with all 4 of your different mark making techniques of value studies, and you have your 4 done, now what you're going to do is continue to build interest on your page. So I want you to think about what is it that you can do to create interest across the entire page that you have. You should have space left over, whether it's on the bottom of your page, like down here, or up in the top of the page or on the sides. I want you to use your mark making value study techniques to add in additional patterns or designs that are going to help you practice creating lights and darks values. Think about the cross contours that would be in your objects. Think about how you can use cross contours to create the feeling of roundness and also that illusion of form.